What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to part 6 of the Dark Souls Remastered All Bosses walkthrough. We have now made it to the entrance to Blighttown. So, we're going to go ahead and come down this ladder. Drop down here, and then up here we're going to come across our first enemy of this area. Honestly, don't know what these guys are called, but they can be pretty scary your first time. But again, just like most enemies in Dark Souls, they can be parried pretty easily. Oh! Alright, we're going to try to backstab him. Oh wait, no, you can't backstab these guys. Oh, that should have been a parry. I call bullcrap. Go. Usually drop a dung pie. Yep, there we are. Okay, as we continue on forward here, something to be aware of is in Blighttown in a few different parts, there are these guys with like these bag heads who are going to shoot darts at you that can inflict toxic on you. And toxic is brutal. It will absolutely eat away at your health bar. So try to find yourself in a position where the right side of you is kind of like blocked off, because the guy is out over there in that back right corner where there's a little bit of a red light you can see. That's where the guy is shooting you. There's also one down here below that's going to try to shoot at you, but he's not too much of a danger right now, so just be aware. All right, come on, dude. Any slower. Oh, they can be backstabbed. What the heck? I don't know why the backstabs weren't working earlier. So you can hear like darts hitting the platform that we're on. So the guy down there is trying to shoot us already. Alright, one more of these dudes to worry about. Come here. There we go. Okay, so that's it for those big boys. Now the next type of enemy that we're going to learn to fight, again, I don't know like any of the names of the enemies in this area. I call these guys dog boys. So that's kind of what they look like. Oh, there's a toxic dart. So be very careful right here. We're now in the line of sight of that guy. These guys have a variety of weapons that they can have. They also have a grab attack. When they like crouch and growl at you, they're getting ready to jump on you, which is a grab attack. So just be prepared for that. Okay, we're gonna find a good way to get around to the toxic boy. So there he is. And oh, it's a bucket that's on his head, not a bag. My apologies. See, that's the grab attack that they get ready to do. Okay, luckily with these toxic darts, we can just put up our shield and not have to worry about it. But you see that, like, even just getting hit with one almost fills our toxic meter immediately. So, very, very dangerous. This guy behind us saw us. Alright, now we're going to come down this ladder. Why was that not a backstab? No. No grab. No. No grab. No. No grab. Alright. keep moving forward. So some of these guys just use straight up corpses for their weapons. It's kind of freaky. No. Jump off the edge. Oh, so close. We can hit him off. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. Okay. Back up we go. Back up the ladder we'll go. Okay, so as you get back up to this point, there's a couple things you can do. As you can see, you can go across that walkway there. Go across that walkway right here that goes to the same spot. Or one other thing you can do is try to jump over to this platform. And that's what we're going to do, because we'll actually be able to get back up to where these little walkways are. So we're going to jump for that item. Whoop. The Iaito, good dexterity weapon. Let's drop down here. Now if we come around to this part, there's a ladder that we can go down, but there's also some enemies who are going to start climbing up the ladder, so I usually just like to wait for them to get up here. See, there's a bonfire there. We're not going to grab that quite yet. We're going to wait to clear out this little section. Whoa. Nice. Alright. Another guy's just chilling down there. Alright, well, since he doesn't want to come up, we will punch him. Okay, then a little bit of a precarious walkway here for us to go. Grab this blooming purple moss clump. That can be used to counteract toxic, so if you do get inflicted with that from the... Ouch, no, fire dogs. From the toxic dudes, then that is your solution. These little fire dogs can be kind of annoying because they're just so small and tough to hit. Alright, now we're able to go across this little walkway here. Now, these ones that have this different texture, as you walk across, they're going to move and just make things really weird for you. So I just kind of like to take these things slow. Make sure that we're not falling off. And there we go. We're back over. Alright, fire dogs come in. See, they have that little fire breath attack. Okay. Now, come down here. Remember where I'm going. Oh, up here. There we go. No, this is just where we were. Okay, yeah, down, then around to here. Okay. Coming over here, let's just grab this item that we saw before. Humanity. And then I don't believe there's an actual way back up. Like to that upper area. Yeah, so that's it for here. Then we'll just go back up and go where we came from. Now, if you go up to those upper platforms, you're able to actually like slide down here if you accidentally fall. So you may end up getting here in a different way. Back up the ladder we go, and we'll go ahead and hit that bonfire. Now, as you come towards the bonfire and a little bit past it, some more fire dogs are going to come out. And we're actually... no, because I do want to rest here because I don't want to go all the way back. I was going to say, like, that's one thing that's different with this game as opposed to Dark Souls 2 and 3. Is you actually have to like physically rest at a bonfire for that to be your checkpoint. You can't just light it. So keep that in mind. Alright, I know some fire dogs are going to come up and try to get us, so we're just going to inch our way forward. This dude here too. Ouch, very cool. Alright, fire dog, come on. We getting ambushed? Oh, no, okay, we're good. Ouch. Alright, where'd the fire dog go? Oh, hello. There you are. Cool. Okay. Get this other one. Where'd he go? Man, fire dogs are being a little goofy. Okay. Now we'll take advantage of that. Come back over here. You can hear another toxic dart boy is trying to shoot at us. Okay. Alright, so I'm trying to remember. It's just so dark. I'm having a hard time seeing anything. Okay, well, nothing else to do, so we'll go ahead and go up the ladder real quick. There's this dude hiding out in the pot. Don't be fooled. Okay. So as I mentioned before, those little walkways next to where we jumped for that item, that's where we're heading towards right now. There's a bunch of these dudes to deal with first. And here we are, back up to the top. Alright, back down we go now. So that's that little, it's a little breakthrough platform, and again, this is the area from earlier that I was showing with these fire dogs. I said that you could slide down there. That's exactly what I was referring to. Not that I'm saying I meant to do that, because I definitely did not. But yeah, we'll go ahead and head back over here, kill this guy, kill these two guys, the fire dog. Okay, now we can continue on. Nice, be careful, that toxic boy is right up there. So once we get to about this point, we should be safe. Ouch. Oh, come on. You hear him just desperately trying to shoot us. Okay. Alright, so down here is this little squid thingy that is protecting a rather useful spell. What we're going to do... Oh, we don't have any poison arrows, do we? Yeah. So we'll see... We can try to shoot this guy, but it takes very little damage, so typically I like to, because he's somewhat annoying to actually go up and try to melee hit, because he can easily knock you off the edge right there. So sometimes I'll try to get some poison arrows and just let the damage tick away at him. But we unfortunately don't have any, so... but that is the Power Within spell right there, which again gives you a little buff that you can apply to yourself if you have the stats for it. So usually something people do before heading into boss battles or anything like that. Okay. Grab this. There's a ladder. Ah, here it is. Goodbye. Oh, he survived. You lucky dog. Alright, down the ladder we go. Oh, toxic boy here. Can we come up here? This is a totally optional part that you can go to. And there is an item right down here that we can grab. Eagle shield. Alright, down below you'll see Blighttown Swamp. That is what we're eventually heading towards. And that swamp is poisonous because, of course, it is. It's a Souls game. But yeah, so that's where we're making our way down towards. Alright. I gotta remember how to get over there. Let's go back up. And then we're just going to drop down right here. Alright, so you can see we'll try to hit this guy. Oh, he's not going to... Okay, he's just going to let us do that. Very cool. Ouch. And that's what I'm talking about. See, a lot of damage and just not very fun to fight. There we go. And boom. Power within. Okay. Now we should be good. Oh, here's the ladder you're supposed to go down. It's like I know there's a ladder. Yep, right here. Okay. These things can be deceptive to find, but I guess follow the torches and you'll be able to find them. Okay. Heading over here, there's another big boy with a club to be wary of. The dog boy. Roar at us, give us an opportunity to attack. Very nice. Give me that dung pie. Okay. Then, from here, hello. Man, I apologize. I am remembering things so wrong right now. Could have sworn. Oh, it's up here. Okay, if we come up here and then around, there's a ladder here. This is where we can get up to the toxic dart dude. Not that he's really a danger at this point, but it is satisfying to kill these guys regardless because they're just so annoying. And they drop some purple moss clumps, which are good for the Blighttown Swamp, since we'll be walking through poison 24/7. Oh, there is an item, a couple items. Wow, quite a few that we missed over there. I apologize. I haven't done Blighttown like this. Like I said, usually in a casual playthrough, if you watched episode 2 of this walkthrough, I usually just skip over this part of Blighttown because I don't particularly enjoy doing it. So I haven't done this actual section in a while, so I apologize if my guide is a little rusty. Alright, this takes us up to the top of this little center area. And down here is just where that little squid thing was that was guarding power within. So it's another place where you're able to attack him from. Then you also have the option of just dropping down there. That's where the big club boy was. So we're going to do that. Just make it a little bit quicker. Alright. And from here, we can drop down this ladder. And go through this fog wall. Okay, so you can continue to go this route down that ladder and everything, but there's another direction that we're able to take. So just from over here, you'll see that item just right below us. So we'll drop down, grab that. Oh, come on. That's just rude. Alright, well, so much for that. But yeah, if you land a little bit better than me, you can grab that item. And then this just takes you down to where that ladder was. In fact, we're gonna try to grab that again, because I feel like we got gypped. Alright, here we go. There we go. Should easily have it now. Awesome. Got the whip. Such a useful weapon. And then we can drop that back down again. Okay. Cool. Now we can continue on. Alright, so next enemies to face are these... I don't even know what to call them. I think they're called like Chaos flies. I don't know. But they're not too difficult. They'll come up to you and they have a like long wind-up animation for this little fire attack that they'll do. As we're coming down, there's going to be a couple more toxic dart dudes. So, oh, you can just see a dart just fly past my head there. So be very careful as you're coming down to this area. Alright. Gonna let that guy move past, get our shield ready to go so we can block these darts. Boom. We get the Wanderer set here, along with the Falchion. Alright, down the ladder we go. A couple of bugs fell down here. That's kind of funny. Alright, these mosquitoes you see flying in there, they'll like burst these little blood sacs at you that actually spread bleed. So, and they infinitely respawn. So you see them coming from over there. Every time you kill them, they just respawn immediately from over in that area. So if you're wondering, like, man, why are there so many of these things? It's the same ones. They're just respawning infinitely. So, kind of annoying, but they're not too big of a deal. They're just like, you know, actual mosquitoes in real life. They're just more of a nuisance than anything. See, that's their little blood attack. Oh, and it spreads poison, not blood. My apologies. Okay, over in that area is a secret, an illusory wall, a few of them anyway, that lead to a completely secret area that is 100% optional. There's no boss down there or anything. There is like a mini boss that you can fight. However, we're not going to go there right now because we still are at the point of the game where we can't fast travel, and going all the way to that secret area really sucks when you can't just get back to where you need to be. So we will do that part later in the playthrough, but just be aware there is that over there. Alright, we've now made it to the swamp, which means we are going to be constantly taking poison damage, which we absolutely love. We're going to pick up a few of the items that we can throughout the swamp itself. There's mosquitoes, flies, these slugs. These are basically the majority of the enemies that you'll find down here. There's also some trolls that we'll be coming across soon that will throw boulders at you. Alright. Get this fly right here. Alright, we've now made it to our next bonfire. Just right in here. Light this. We'll rest, spend some of our souls real quick. Yeah, we'll get a little bit more vitality. Alright, in here is a chest that we can grab. Which contains a dragon scale, which is kind of a little hint, hint, nudge, nudge to the secret area that's close to Blighttown. You can use that as a covenant that you can join in that area. That's the item that you would give to rank up. Alright, so here you'll get invaded by Maneater Mildred. She's nothing crazy. She's pretty easy to take out for the most part. She doesn't even know where to go right now, though. She's running around like a weirdo. Ouch. And there we go. Nice and easy. Okay, so over at this part, if you go up there, this is where I was originally showing like one of the ways that you can get to Blighttown from Firelink Shrine. Up that elevator and all the way to the top is where that is. This is a much easier area to traverse than what we just went through. So like I said, that's usually the pathway that I normally take on a casual playthrough. But yeah, so we won't go up there yet. We're going to need to once we beat this boss. For now, we'll come through here. Alright, over there are those trolls with stones that I was talking about. As long as you keep your distance for the most part, though, they should avoid you. We're going to come around. Just walk through these trees and roots that we've got here. And then into this cave. Alright, we're going to use one of our many purple moss clumps. We are now in Quelaag's domain. Quelaag is the name of the boss that we're going to be fighting here. Alright, let's put some gold pine resin on our quick bar. Oh, we've only got one left, so... Alright, don't bother attacking these guys. They are not hostile towards you, but if you do hit them, these little egg sacs that they have on their backs will open up, and these worms that are just absolutely obnoxious to deal with will pop out and try to kill you. So, yeah, don't even bother. If you killed Mildred, her summon sign is actually going to show up here. So, if you need some help with Quelaag, then by all means go for that. But yeah, we'll come in here. So Quelaag is the second boss that we need to beat to ring the other bell. So she is required to beat the game unless you do send skip. So she has her little Chaos Fury sword that she's able to attack you with, as well as obviously this spider that she's now a part of has a variety of attacks that it can get you with as well. However, if you usually just stay close to like this part towards its head, you actually avoid a lot of her sword attacks. This is a little lava spreading attack the spider does. Ouch! Watch out for that thing. Uh-oh. There's the lava. Oh, that's actually the good one. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out. Get out. Alright. Just don't want to get hit by that explosion attack again. So you can see there, like, she's going with all these sword attacks. If you just stick to that part of the head, you can avoid all of those without even having to dodge. So, pretty easy way of getting around her. That one's the scary one. Alright, it's gonna puke some lava again. Watch out, explosion. Lava. And there we are. Nice and easy. Quelaag took me quite a few attempts the first time that I played Dark Souls, so if you are dying to her, don't feel bad. But yeah, just stick to that spot that I was showing you. Makes life a lot easier as opposed to trying to dodge every single one of her attacks that she does. And here we are at the second Bell of Awakening. Alright, as usual, I'm going to skip through the cutscene. This cutscene, if this is the second bell that you've rung, technically you can come here before bell gargoyles. But it will show you whatever bell you ring second. It will show you a little cutscene of a giant opening the gate to Sen's Fortress. Alright, before we head back to where we were, a couple of things down here we can do. So you'll notice this little thing looks like an elevator. Oh, can't really do anything with it. There's a pathway out here that we can take, but we're not going to do that. We're actually going to come right here to an illusory wall. We're going to talk to Ingi here. And we're going to say, yes, you have no eggs, but he's going to grant us access, which lets us use this bonfire. Alright, so this is Quelaag's sister, Quelana, who we're able to enter a covenant with, and she's also somebody you can give Firekeeper souls to upgrade your Estus Flask. So this covenant is going to come in handy a little bit later in the game. I'll show you something you're able to do with it. But for now, we've got really nothing to do there. So we're going to go ahead and level up with those souls that we got from Quelaag. Let's get some endurance going. Now, let's see. We're good enough to be able to put on some gloves. Beautiful. Alright. Now, heading out this pathway is towards the Demon Ruins in Lost Izalith. It is a higher level area that you don't really want to go to right now. So save that for much later in the game. Alright, now we just gotta make our way back towards Firelink Shrine. Alright, so back to Blighttown. We're gonna skirt around here, avoid the trolls. There is an item all the way over there you can try to get if you want to. As you can see, it is guarded by a couple of them. Not that they're like particularly hard to fight. They can just be kind of annoying, so I try to avoid them when I can. Kill this dude. Eat some purple moss. Okay, now we can start heading up. So we got this little levee system here. Well, not levee. This isn't levee. Elevator system here. Just gotta wait for a platform to be available. Jump on. will take you a good distance up. There's just a few ladders that we have to climb after that. Alright, now coming over here to this area, there's one little side room that we can do before leaving Blighttown. Alright. Where are we? Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright. So you can hear there's a toxic dart guy shooting at us. There's actually a few of them here. So you'll see this one is right up there on that platform. That's where we want to get to. So we come over here to this ladder. There's a bunch of these toxic dart guys in this part, so be very careful. Alright. Alright. So you see there's some more up there. Now we're just going to run once we get to this point, since we can't really use our shield effectively. Ooh, nice. Perfect. Except he's still alive, so that can be a little annoying. Alright, we'll come back over here real quick. Still be careful. Bunch of fire dogs down there as well. The reason we're coming here is there is a firekeeper soul that we can grab, which we definitely want. It's all the way down there past all these awful enemies. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to try to get the jump on one of the toxic guys to at least take them out fairly quickly. So let's do it on this guy right here. Go away, mosquito. Right, let's get this guy really quick. Boom. Dodge. Where's the last one? Let's see him. Oh, he's up there. What the heck? Why wasn't he shooting at us when we were up there before? Weird. Okay. Very weird. Okay. And there we go. Firekeeper soul. Alright, now we're good to head out. We're not even going to worry about those other dogs or the other toxic dude. And from here... Oh, wait. You can't actually get out this way, can you? Yeah. Okay. Never mind. We are going to go back. But these dogs can't climb ladders. So we can just kind of bait them out. And then we're home free. I'm really surprised that this toxic dart guy wasn't hitting us before, because we were right up there with him and he didn't do anything. Very weird. Okay. Now once you got in here, there's another ladder up here to climb up, followed by another and another. Let's get to the top here. There's going to be a chest that we can open. We're still not at the top. We're getting there though. Here we are. Chest. This is the key to New Londo Ruins, which is going to be required for getting one of the Lord Souls, which is required for beating the game. Up here we just got some club boys to worry about. Oh, you whiffed. Done so, give me the dung pie. Alright, and then you can spend your time fighting these guys if you want, but I tend to just run past them. So they're not really worth it. Alright, then you come out here and you get back to the Valley of Drakes. And across this bridge, back over here. This takes you into New Londo Ruins. Up here will be an elevator. It's likely up at the top, so don't just walk in. Pull this lever first. Wait for it to come down. We have made it back to Firelink Shrine. We'll give this Firekeeper soul. Thank you. There we go. Okay. So that is Blighttown. If you made it this far, you survived one of the, I wouldn't say worst part of the game necessarily, but one of the more frustrating parts it can definitely be. But like I said, from this point on, for the next good chunk of the game is a lot of fun and very well designed. So looking forward to this middle section. But if you found yourself watching this video, you're needing some help with Blighttown, I apologize for missing a few items in there and trying to remember where exactly I needed to go. But we made it through at the end of the day and beat the boss, so hopefully I gave you at least some good kind of guide in regards to all that. But again, if you're watching these videos, I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you can. Our next part is not going to be going to Sen's Fortress quite yet, because we're actually going to be going to a secret area that we're able to do real quick before heading towards the middle part of the game. So we'll be doing that first, and then Sen's Fortress. If you don't want to worry about that secret area, then you can just skip to that episode itself. But yeah, so that's where we'll start off next time. So appreciate you stopping by, and we will see you next episode.